Hello and welcome to Healing Paws. This month, being Valentine's month, okay, I put together a pet and love connection tarot spread for you. So it's a 5-card spread. I'm going to be using the Tarot Nuages, and I'm using the box at the moment for the light. So I'm going to move the light. So it's going to get dark in a second. So Tarot Nuages. This is the tarot deck I'm using. As mentioned, I like quirky little tarot decks, and this guy is I don't know his German. His name sounds German, Mann, but apparently he's Russian, and it has quite interesting. It's based on the Tarot de Marseille, which I enjoy using. I do like the illustrated pips of the Smith-Waite decks, but I also do enjoy the Marseille style decks myself. Actually, if I'm doing readings, like really people are coming with me for questions, I prefer the Marseille style to the Rider-Waite. That's for another time. You can ask me questions, that's not a problem. So the Pet and Love Connection Tarot spread to celebrate Valentine's and the Year of the Dragon. Okay, so as I shuffle the deck, let's take in a deep breath and receive what we need for our pet and ourselves, and the connection we have with our animals and with all the animals around us. Okay, and the animals that you know whom we support, like if you have wildlife around you and you put out bird seed for the birds, or if you feed the stray street animals, let's just dive a little bit into this type of connection as well, not just with our own personal pets, but with all the animals around us. Okay. All right, so the first card is the heart of the relationship. So this card represents the core of the connection between you and your pet, and it reflects the love, trust, and emotional bond that forms the foundation of your relationship. So the first card is the Fool. So this is very interesting. So this is a Tarot Nuages version of the Fool. You can see it's a little clown, and he's looking to the right. Okay, so in the video, if you see it looking to the left, it's not meant. It's looking to the right. So in the Marseille style deck, looking to the right means looking to the future, and looking to the left means looking to the past. So he's looking to the right, and as you can see, he's got this very interesting little creature here, who is a little bit like a cross between a little terrier and a pig, and a little piglet, and he's kind of cute. I like this little animal here. And the Fool here, he's looking very determined. He's looking very like he's about to set on a quest. And the Fool. Okay, so this is the Rider-Waite version of the Fool. It's a gold leaf, so it's a little bit glossy. The Rider-Waite's version is a little bit more, he's a little dreamier, he's a little bit like a daydreamer almost, with that sense of naivety, innocence. This Tarot Nuages version is a little bit more determined, like he's got an intention. So it could be either of them. Okay, so that forms this foundation of our relationship. We set off when we first receive the animal, whether we've got the animal as a rescue adult, or whether as a little puppy or a little kitten, or as a little hatchling. There is that sense of innocence, that sense of almost a sense of vulnerability that they have towards us, and even we have towards them, especially if it's the first time we've ever been a pet owner because we are responsible now for an animal who, well, a totally different species, so not a human being, and so there is that certain freshness about it, and that certain sense of it's a really great card. So the first card we got was the Fool, and I'm really happy about that about that, as I was last month about a few cards. But anyway, so if you have questions about the Fool, just drop a comment in the video below. And we're moving on to the second card, and the second card is unconditional love from our pet's perspective. And just again, setting the intention to receive what we need, tapping into the collective energy, collective unconsciousness. Okay. And the second card is the Empress. Okay, so the Empress. Now, isn't this interesting? So the Tarot Nuages Empress, she's looking to the past, she's looking to the left. The Fool is looking to the right, so it should be this way, yeah? So if I've got it wrong, never mind. I'll put in the spread later on, either with the video or in the comments. So for me, this is left, this is right. And he's looking to the right. If I'm looking at him, he's looking to the right. So, and she's looking to the left. So the Rider-Waite version of the Empress, she is looking right at you. Okay, she's looking right at you. Where she's looking doesn't really matter to some extent, but the Empress represents nature, fertility, and she represents like that motheringness that all of us need, really. And whether we, from the pet's perspective, they love us in an unconditional way, like the Empress, like a mother. Okay, so whether your pet is male or female, their love for you is like the love of a mother to a child almost. So can you imagine that now? Isn't that beautiful? Your pet loves you the way your mother loves you. I mean, to draw an analogy, okay, that's the closest thing that the cards are telling us about your pet's unconditional love for you, like a mother's unconditional love for its child, her child. Okay. And the third card, I'm sorry I didn't go through the spread, but never mind. I'll drop the actual illustration of the spread out because I know I've got nothing to put it on here. But the third card is mutual understanding. So this card represents, signifies the areas where there's a strong mutual understanding between, where there's a strong mutual understanding and harmony between you and your pet. Okay, so it reflects moments of synchronization, moments of connection that you have with your pet. So this is the third card, and the third card in this spread is Justice. Wow. Okay. Okay, so while tarot practitioners who use the Smith-Waite deck this year, most of you will be saying that Strength is your card. Since I used the Marseille style deck more, Justice is my card. So Justice and Empress kind of look similar, but Justice is looking right at you. So the Justice in the Tarot Nuages, she's really comfortably sitting there. She's a comfortable figure. She's looking at you like she knows what you've done and what you've not done. Okay, kind of like a little bit scary. And she holds the scales and the sword as usual. And here, right at the top, she has a light coming from the sky, and she's leaning a little bit more to the left. Leaning more to the left, you can see, and meaning to say, meaning to say she's almost like, okay, I know what's happened in the past. So this mutual understanding obviously comes from how you and your pet have interacted over time, and this is actually quite a normal thing. All our relationships with everybody depends on the interactions we've had in the past, and how we treat our pet and how our pet is going to treat us is going to depend entirely on how we interact with them. Okay, so in this sense, it's actually it kind of like, okay, it's very not to me at least. It doesn't really tell me anything new, but I know many of you are tarot practitioners here in this group, so just drop a comment if you have a different interpretation. Once we've done each card individually, what we'll do is we'll do a full 5-card reading of how it is, you know, in the style of divination. And the 4th card is love language. So our love language, the pet owner's perspective, okay? So this card highlights how we express love and care for our pet. It reveals the ways of showing affection and care towards our animal companions, okay? And the card, 4th card, our love language for our animals is the King of Cups. Okay, so the King of Cups. Oh, sorry. Did you guys need the Justice? So let me show you Justice before we move to King of Cards. So this is just my 2nd ever public reading, so excuse me. So Justice in the Smith-Waite deck, the Rider-Waite deck, she looks like this. Okay. Not as ornate as the Nogues deck, but she looks like this. Most of you have the Smith-Waite already, so let me know what you think. And the King of Chalices in the Nogues deck, he looks like this. So the King of Chalices is the King of Cups. As he's kind of like really, he knows his emotions. He knows how to regulate his emotions. And he knows, here he's on the sea. So his throne is on the sea. It's a floating cup on the sea. And our emotions are, you know, water. And he's sitting on a huge cup, and he's holding a huge cup. Here, you can see. And so basically, us as owners of our animal, we are the boss, right? So we are kind of expected to know what our emotions are and how we're going to deal with our emotions. And meaning to say, if our animal has misbehaved or done something wrong, as the King of Cups, we need to not only know how to contain our own emotions, but also how to manage the emotions of our pets. Yeah. So quite a number of us here are already energy practitioners. So emotion regulation through Reiki, through pendulum, through other forms of energy healing, this works. Otherwise, and I can tell you honestly, sending Reiki to, or even having your animal nearby when you send Reiki is going to make a huge difference. Nowadays, my cats, now these are cats and not dogs, I take them out into the corridor and they know exactly when to stop without my having to say anything. They know exactly when to turn back. Okay, not all the time, but it, you know, I've only started taking them out regularly this year. So it amazes me what you can do with energy work with your animal. And the starting point is looking into the eyes of your animal and understanding what they're thinking, okay? And this is the King of Cups in the Smith-Waite deck. So most of you already know it. King of Cups, he's also sitting on the sea. He's also the king of his emotions, yeah? He knows how to regulate his emotions. He knows what to do. And us as owners, we have to learn how to manage our animal as well. Give me a moment. Drop the deck of cards. Okay. The next and final card is Nurturing Bond. The final card for this spread suggests to us actions or insights to further strengthen our bond, nurture the bond and connection we have with our pet. So it provides guidance to us on how to deepen our relationship with our animal. Okay, so the fifth card is the Moon. Okay, so this is like everything I've just been talking about. So the Moon, okay, here, this card is very similar to, much more similar to the Smith-Waite deck than the Marseille deck, I feel. But again, this cute little critter, this cute little terrier-like piglet is here, the same one as the Fool. So they are howling and barking at the Moon. The Moon signifies our deepest levels of emotions, our deepest levels of consciousness, and to me. And I think what it's suggesting to us is that we do need to learn how to connect with our animals through it. It's very interesting that through the spread, it's quite an emotional spread here, except for Justice. The last two cards were King of Cups and the Moon, both emotional cards. And Justice right in the middle is Balance. So looking at the cards, I'm sorry I can't pin it at the back. I'll just put it up for you. Okay, looking at the cards, we have the Fool. The Fool, as we start out as our journey, our relationship with our animal, and they to us, okay? And then we have the Empress, okay? How the animal relates to us is almost, strangely enough, as a mother's unconditional love to us. And then we have Justice as the foundation between us and our animal. Justice being, we're going to treat each other like how we based on the past. I said based on the past because this Justice card, she's leaning to the left. But again, if you have a different interpretation, please let me know. I'm open to anything, and as you know, with these kind of things, there is no really wrong answer. Okay, this is not a test, it's not a multiple choice. And then the fourth card is King of Cups. We are the King of Cups in relation to our animals. And the final card, a way to move forward, is the Moon. And also interestingly, in this spread, we have three major arcana cards. Okay, we have the Fool, the Empress, and the Moon. And that means, actually, that's telling me that we were meant to have these animals, and these animals were meant to be with us, and that you were meant to be listening to this video. And hopefully you learned something about it. Well, about your animal and yourself, and also obviously about me, because I'm doing the spread for you. So if you have any questions, do drop any comments or questions that you have in the DMs, and do let me know. You can even take the spread and do your own reading and let me know what you come up with. I'm really quite curious to see. All right, everyone, namaste to you. May you be happy, healthy, and safe, and very grateful that you're watching this with me, practicing with me. Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.